Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Chicago today. It's about 60 degrees out, but a ton of wind, so it feels a little colder. So I'm just returning from about my 2-hour pickleball game with my friends this afternoon, and I want to share with you a soup that my husband Dale asked me to make for dinner tonight. So we're in the middle of Passover, which is a Jewish holiday, and there are some dietary restrictions. So I'm going to show you a nice meal that we're having to continue to celebrate our holiday throughout this week. So Dale asked me to make a butternut squash soup. This is one of our favorite soups because it's the easiest soup in the world to make, and it tastes so creamy and delicious without a drop of any dairy in it. It's going to be a creamy soup. My friend in Texas, Marcia, made this for me. She had a recipe that used chicken broth, but she modified it using vegetable broth, and I further modified it when I took over this recipe by taking out all the oil and just keeping it real clean. So let me tell you what I did. I did this ahead of time, so I'm going to just show you the final step. I took one large butternut squash. Mine was about 2.5 pounds. They should be between 2 and 3 pounds. I took 3 large carrots and I chopped them up along with the butternut squash and put them in this pot with 1 medium onion that I chopped, 2 boxes or 2 quarts of, I used Engine 2 vegetable broth, which is salt-free and oil-free. I put in a whole bunch of fresh dill, which really makes this soup special. A little bit of pepper that I ground up, a little bit of nutmeg, just a pinch of it, and then the secret ingredient, which is this spicy Creole seasoning. Can you see that? I think it's called Tony Chicheris. So you sprinkle this in and start slowly because it gives the soup quite a kick. You can always add more. So can you take a look at the soup? I cooked this on the stove for about an hour, and it's all nice and cooked through with all the ingredients I just listed. And now all I'm going to do is take it and put it into my Vitamix blender, and we are going to have soup. Now I asked Dale what else he wanted for dinner, and he likes a good burger. Well, we're not going to be doing them on bread tonight, so we're going to be using something called matzah, which is just whole wheat and salt that is baked. It's a flat bread because we can't have anything that's leavened during the holiday of Passover. Okay, so I've got this pretty full. I'm going to start out with this, and where is my lid? Is here, and I'm going to blend this so it purees. So close your ears, here comes the noise. That's blended enough. It certainly is. So I've got more soup. So what I'm going to do, let me grab something, be right back. I'm going to put it in this big bowl, and then we will add more to it as we go. And I'm going to taste it to make sure that it's properly seasoned before I give it a final okay for dinner tonight. So we'll go ahead and I'll put in the rest. So as you can see, it's so simple. You can even buy the squash cut up at the store so you don't have to go through the process of peeling a whole squash. I did it because, as I've told you before, I think cooking is exercise. So it's excellent arm work taking the peeler and taking off that hard skin of the butternut squash. I think it works your shoulders, your back, even your neck gets a workout. So it's all good. So we combine cooking with working out. Okay, just going to pour the rest of this into my Vitamix. And we've got more broth here, so that's good. Whoopsie, got a little spill there. See if I can salvage that. My hands are nice and clean. I did wash them, so I'll just put that back in. Rinse that off. Okay. And we'll finish this up by blending this for a few seconds here. Won't take long. Should do it. So I'll pour the rest of this in, and then I'll blend it together, and we'll give it a taste. Okay, so remember, always use fresh dill, because that is what really makes this soup. Isn't that pretty? Let me give it a little taste. Okay, so it needs more seasoning, so I'm going to add more of this Tony Chichera sauce. And I'm going to get a spoon, and I'm going to blend it up one more time. There you go. I'm just going to take a little taste. Oh yeah, that's really good. So all I do now is I'm going to get my little server here, and I'm going to put some soup. It's still very hot because the Vitamix blender continues to heat the soup. And we'll put it in here. And voila. There is our butternut squash soup that we'll be having for dinner. So let me show you what else we're going to have today. So I made up my very special artichoke, spinach, cauliflower, bean burgers. And this is what they look like. And this is the matzah I was talking about. It's that flat bread. It's like a cracker. So let's dress it up. Any burger worth its weight in salt needs to be dressed up. So here are the things that I've put together that we're going to put on our burger. We've got some pea tendrils. Now, pea tendrils are a fabulous source of dietary fiber, vitamin C, E, A, and potassium. We've got some red onion, which Dale loves, some romaine lettuce, some dill pickles, and some tomatoes. And then we will make sure that we have a good sauce. Last week I showed you how to make 3 of my favorite dressings. Well, here's the Thousand Island dressing. So we're just going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to spread it on this piece of matzah, like that. Then I'm going to take our other filling ingredients. We'll put our lettuce on first. Then I'll get my slice of red onion, some nice pickles. I love pickles. Some tomatoes. I have the little cherry tomatoes. And then I'll finish it off with these pea tendrils, and I'll take the top, and there we go. A matzah burger. Now it's going to be a little sloppy to eat, but that's okay. You're going to pick it up with your hands and eat it just like a regular burger. And one last thing we're going to have on our plate, and I'll show you what that is. Get my mitt here so I don't burn myself. Okay, these are nice and brown now. I made some easy hash brown potatoes. And I didn't have to do anything to make these because I purchased them at Whole Foods. They're salt-free shredded hash browns. So we'll add that to our dish. Get a little spatula here. We'll put these over here. Oh yeah. And dinner is served. So that's it. We made a nice little matzah burger with our potatoes, all compliant with Passover. And we will be sitting down to our wonderful dinner. So I will be posting the butternut squash recipe under the YouTube channel today so that you can try it at home. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.